man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today, TwitchCon. What's going on at TwitchCon, man? What's going on at TwitchCon? I've heard things about TwitchCon. TwitchCon don't sound like a very fun place for streamers. It sounds terrifying, like a terrifying place to go. And this right here just proves it. I know you guys see the video. I actually need to rewind it. So this is a video of Emiru, real big female Twitch streamer, getting attacked at TwitchCon. Now I heard that she wasn't allowed to have her own personal security. She wasn't allowed to have. She didn't even want to do like the meet and greet. I heard it was just a whole bunch of things. I seen she put out a tweet as well. But we're gonna watch the video. I'm gonna play the video. I won't be in it, just so you guys can hear it. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself, and it's only 10 seconds, so don't worry. It's real quick. It's real easy. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this real quick.
Whoa.
Now, here's my thing. I'm gonna come back. Here's my thing on that whole situation. First of all, more should have been done. They should have swung on him, knocked him out. That just been me personally. I need to see you get knocked out before I feel safe. Secondly, he should have not been allowed to get that close. If security should have been like, yo, back up. She's not ready yet, because she didn't even look ready. She looked like she was talking to the dude with the blue hair. And he just walked up and was like, oh, this is my opportunity. She's distracted. Security ain't really paying attention. Let me walk up and do my thing. Now, I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, TwitchCon is fun. TwitchCon is cool. But I've heard more terrible things about TwitchCon than I've heard good things. I'll say that much. First of all, prices are fucking ridiculous. Secondly, most of the streamers that go have terrible egos. So the ones that you see and you be like, oh yeah, I really mess with you, and then you try to like be nice to them, they're like, no, back off, get away from me. And you're like, okay, so you're one of those. Cool. Thirdly, it's TwitchCon. It's just gonna be streamers there. Nothing but streamers. It's not like something like DreamCon or Anime Fest where it's gonna be cosplayers, streamers, gamers, all that. It's mostly just Twitch streamers with high egos. Like, oh, you got 2,000 followers, but I got 2,001, so I'm better than you. It's just those kind of things, man. I really ain't got too much to say on this. Like I said, I wish TwitchCon would do a better job of keeping their women streamers more safe, because to invite someone out, force them to do a meet and greet, and then tell them no, you're not allowed to have your own personal security is kind of stupid. For one, you don't know what kind of people can pop up. Sadly, this is one of the cases right here where it shows like you never know who's gonna pop up, who's gonna show up and be like, oh, let me just take my opportunity. Because again, out of a whole crowd of people, at least 1 to 2 people is gonna take their chances. They're gonna pop out. They're gonna go out the crowd. They're gonna do something crazy. They're gonna do something reckless. They're gonna buy a ticket. Obviously, they're gonna travel, spend money on hotel, and be like, "Yo, listen. All I need is an 1/8 of a second or a full second for people not to be paying attention. I can walk in, give my hug, kiss, whatever I want to do, and if I get kicked out, I get kicked out. And you gotta think, some people really do be thinking like that. Some people really be thinking like, I just need to take my opportunity now. Like this very famous streamer, I'm gonna do something traumatizing to them, but I'm gonna pop in now. And now I see why there are so many women streamers when asked about like, hey, are you going to like TwitchCon or one of these big cons, and they're like, no, I just want to go, I don't feel safe. And then all the dudes be like, no, you should feel safe, like you're gonna be protected. And it's like, this right here shows you that they're not protected. Yeah, it's just sad, man. I also seen she put out a tweet. Let me see. I know it's. I'm gonna cut. Right here. So this is the tweet right here. So it says, "Hello everyone, I am okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry I cannot respond to them all. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon, and even in front of another creator's meet and greet, to grab me in my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people have pointed it out, and it could have been worse. Exactly. I'm obviously shaken up by what happened. It's not the first time I've dealt with something like this, but to tell you honestly, I'm a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Which again, was like I was saying, Twitch ain't really put up nothing, no good security. And like I said, I understand how he's allowed to make it to me in the first place. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. It's true, my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding Stalker's arm to bring her to the. Wow! So that's what that was? So her favorite security guard grabbed a Stalker's arm and brought him to the police, and they banned him for that? What? Boy, I tell you. Twitch. Boy, Twitch. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away. As you can see in the clips, they don't even appear in the frame. Yeah. The woman who was walking me away is my own personal manager, and behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my friend. And the TwitchCon staff came to ask what happened or if I was okay. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about I didn't even see what happened, and immediately laughing and moving on to talking about something else. Let me get to that. So if no one was checking if I was okay, if I needed anything, they let the guy run away initially. I had no idea anyone hired to keep that man safe. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet. I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me, and it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a good idea. I have a lot more I want to say, but I will say it on stream later today instead of writing the book out here. Thank you guys again. Sorry you all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon, and it says me to say as a 10-year off and on the 10-year TwitchCon, I think as creators should seriously consider it, but not attending it in the future. I did not feel cared for or protected. Even bringing my own security staff, I can't imagine how creators without those options will feel. Stay safe, y'all. Everything is going to be okay. Now, yeah, that was a lot. I read everything for y'all. Y'all probably ain't gonna read all that. That was a lot. So, 1, you're banning her TwitchCon staff. Hold on, let me get this right. So they banned her security guard because a dude walked up, tried to hug her, or tried to do something. He caught the guy's arm, drug him to the police, and they said, nah, you can't come back. Okay. 2, the laughing would have set me off. I would have sued TwitchCon, to be honest. I would have sued. If I was Emiru, I would have sued. I would have been like, nah, I'm suing, because one thing you're not gonna do is just sit here. One thing you're not gonna do is lie and say the dude was caught and he was allowed to walk away. 2, you're not gonna sit here and say, oh well, security, because the security you hired ain't worth nothing. They don't get paid enough to really care. 3, to ban her security that she pays for and say, nah, he can't come back because he caught a dude arm and brought him to the police for being weird is ridiculous. I see why a lot of people don't want to go to TwitchCon, and after seeing this definitely makes a case for a lot of people not to go to TwitchCon. TwitchCon is gonna have to either up security, or they're gonna have to drop prices of tickets and make it affordable to where people are gonna be like, that's the deal not to pass up on. Those are the 2 options I see for Twitch in the future with this TwitchCon thing. But that's all I gotta say, man. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, like, share, comment, subscribe. To the next video. Peace.